Tonight's tactical enhancement is cinnamon, vanilla and citrus. Tonight we're playing Black Sails. Haven't done this in a while and we're still trying to remember how not to crash into ourselves. We have Sean here, it's his first game, Emilio and Andrew. And I don't know how many points it is, but basically each fleet has 1 first rate, 3 third rates, 3 fifth rates, and 3 brigs. Some of Andrew's lovely islands, and we're just having at it. And it's turn 1. Probably not a lot going to happen in turn 1. Oh, and it's the Spanish versus the English, if anyone who didn't read the introduction. We're just going to have a good old biff and see who can sort out who. So we'll check in at the end of turn 1, which probably won't take very long. End of turn 1 and everybody's out of range, and I've been measuring trying to find somebody who's just in range, but no, even the long guns aren't going to cut it. So we have the Spanish fleet moving up here and hoping like hell this first rate gets out the way enough, then I can maneuver this guy around it. So otherwise we would have crashed into an island and we all know what happens then. And the English fleet is making more of a turn to get the wind on their favour. So yeah, they're already heading in that direction. So they may well get the wind in their favour as they come around that flank. But that's it for now. We'll go into turn 2 and check in after that. End of turn 2 and we're into the shits and giggles already. Over here there's a lot of manoeuvring, but the shooting has been largely ineffectual, partly because I've gone to light sail in order to avoid colliding with this guy. Right. Now Andrew's just missed with 4 out of his 5 ships. In fact, 4 of the 4 that could actually shoot. Oh, and that guy, did he hit anything? No, he didn't.
This guy?
No, none of the 5 ships.
I think he hit those rocks on that hill there.
Oh, well, there you go. He's got range. Now over here,
down into the sea.
It's quite the rotten shit fight. We did figure out that the first rate had gone a bit fast, but not enough to worry about.
An extra 10 inches.
Not that much.
10 inches.
And there's been a lot of exchange of fire going all over the place. The Spanish fire has been dumped on a variety of different ships, but the obviously one of them has caught fire and has taken a crew hit, so he can't even try to put it out next turn. And he's struck the colours because he's been ganged up on everything, including a first rate. But in amongst all that, this fella, where is he? This fella here might crash into him and catch fire before he even goes past. And we don't know what this guy's going to do. Over here, we've been blasting at each other. Then we got a rudder hit against this ship from that one, I think. No,
that was from me.
Yeah, from that frigate there, that sneaky frigate. Which is fine, unless that rudder hit is the turn left, in which case it could get a bit close with the island and with another ship there. We stacked a lot of shot onto this. How much damage has that thing taken?
It's taken 12.
Yeah, it's not too much, I suppose. And it's taken a critical. I think it's got a...
Started with 74.
What's that, a gun deck hit?
There's 74.
Oh, we've got to work out which gun deck.
Oh, wow.
And
Gotta get within 3 inches.
You want to roll the dice and see which gun deck got hit?
Oh no, it's always the one that's facing you.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be the front gun.
Yes, it's front gun, yeah.
All right. So that won't be shooting next turn.
And you lost a rudder.
Yeah,
By
we'll
the
see.
rocks.
We'll see how that goes. Swimmingly, usually, because the crew will have to dive off the ship. On that note, we'll go into turn 3. End of turn 3, and my god, it's a shit fight. Oh god, let's see what's happening over here. Alright, so we have 1 functional frigate on the Spanish side, which is going around. This fucking first rate's made itself known. Okay, so these ones with the red pip on the back have struck the colours. That's 2 of Sean's frigates on the Spanish team. One of them's on fire. This one sailed right past it before it moved off, and this thing is on fire.
I take it off.
Yeah, we've got to do rolls for that. So yeah, there's a bit of fun and games going there. The first rate is a nuisance, but it's also a long way away from most things, so there is that. Over here, we blasted this thing good enough to cause it to strike the colours. Unfortunately, this ship Well, okay, firstly, the good news is that it turned right. That was useful. Blasted at this thing, caused it to strike the colours. Didn't get any other shots off because the other ships were not in convenient places. I think we maybe got a bow shot at that thing and missed. Then in return, let's see. I think that frigate caused it to strike the colours. Either way, or one ship or another caused it to strike the colours. Then Andrew very neatly went and got a point blank broadside onto this third rate. This third rate is not happy.
2 third rates.
Yeah, one struck the colours, and this third rate is hurting. It's not struck the colours yet, but it's going to have a bad day. Also, probably because I think Andrew's going to sail up behind it and shoot him in the backside. Over here, had a bit of success with some brigs and third rates. Got some rounds down. I rolled pretty crap with my third rate actually, but on the plus side, we got some point blank shots onto this thing. About 6 point blank shots out of 4 from the brigs. That was pretty decent. Yeah, we're going to ram a frigate with a ship that has already struck the colours, so that's convenient. Andrew couldn't get a lot of shots off with his brigs because they were just blocking each other's line of sight, really. So there's a lot going in all directions. Dice have been cruel to everybody. I can't claim special circumstances there.
Does anyone move 22 inches yet?
You know,
Oh man, this is going on for months.
It's going to go for months.
every game this is going to come up.
It's going to go. Did you move
That's
22
my new
inches?
trademark right now.
Yes,
Sorry,
yeah,
he
that's
just-
the
He's a
takeover.
game that doesn't have inches and he's still going to bring up inches,
I
aren't you?
can't stop it.
Let it go. Let it
It's too
go.
funny.
So the let's see, the English are down by
That was
a
fun.
third rate,
That's good.
and they got another third rate that's on fire over there. The Spanish are down by 1/3 rate and 2 frigates. This frigate here has copped it as 6 points off of striking the colours. It's pretty even. I think the English are a little bit ahead in terms of hull points, but at this point, and the English, they've got a pretty good position in terms of having the wind dial, but it's not all their way. So, yeah, well, it's probably about 2/3 the English way in terms of the wind dial. So this next turn is going to be a bit rough, but I reckon we can ride it out. We'll check in at the end of turn 4. And of, well, we think it was turn 4. Right, it's a bit of a scattered mess. This frigate moved around, shot poorly. This first rate dropped to light sail so it doesn't collide with the rocks or end up completely out of the game. This guy put his fire out. First rate here blattered at this, did a little bit of damage. Blattered at something else, did a bit of damage, nothing particularly exciting. This ship here, which had started the turn after blatting this guy at point blank, moved again and hit it again at point blank and did maximum damage. That's twice he's done maximum damage against that ship. And then some of these other ships loaded on a little bit of damage here and there. And yeah, he's on, I think, 1 hull point above striking the colours. Then I think the other one had to turn hard right. One of them did.
Yeah.
Had critical damage,
Yeah.
which really limited the shots I could take. So that was pretty mediocre. I got a couple of rounds off here and there with the brigs, but not much. So we did a scattering of damage to the English fleet. Whereas most of the damage done by the English fleet was in one volley against this guy. That was pretty much the nub of it. So we're hurting a bit, but yeah, it could be worse than it will be. And the English fleet is circling around here to try and stay in the game or to evade. And everyone's trying very hard to avoid hitting this island. So that's the state of play. The English definitely have the advantage, but the game could still go either way. So we'll go into turn 5, I think, and we'll check in after that. End of turn, I don't know, 5 probably. And we're calling it because our fleets are in disarray and they're all over
We
the
got
place
2
and we've got a
rank
long
threes,
drive home.
2 late grade 3s.
So we're telling up who's got what. The British have won. I did do something stupid with my third rate that was on low hull points just for shits and giggles because I figured it was the end of the game. But we could decide how much of a difference is in that one third rate. But let's see, the British have lost
One third rate.
one third rate.
Okay, that's 280 points.
And that's it.
And the Spanish lost one third rate and two frigates, plus another one which I kind of threw away. And that's about it. We got sporadic damage all over the joint.
2 third rates.
Yeah, 1, 2. And then they've got 2.
Yeah, well, one of my third weights was a throwaway, but you won by 2 frigates and a bit of a throwaway for shits and giggles.
Move.
So,
They got close and then getting a short range. That's what did it.
so
And
gentlemen,
able to move in.
British victory, which isn't a bad thing. I think last time we had a game, we completely destroyed the British by virtue of the British crashing into islands and things. So,
-2 to hit long range.
gentlemen, what have we learned?
If I could not say anything.
I'll take the easy advice. If you've got a first rate, sail it straight through the middle.
No, I go to the biggest concentration of ships. 'Cause I
Yeah.
should have turned that way and gone down there and gone.
Yeah, look
so-
where my first rate is. He's sort of out of the action over here.
That's
Whereas I
right.
put him this way, there could have been a chance to turn him left or right, or kept him slow.
Now,
going through
that
the
first
centre.
rate did do a fair bit of damage, and it's part of the reason while early on in the battle the British lost 2 frigates.
Yeah.
The Spanish lost 2
Yeah.
frigates.
Yeah, sorry, the Spanish lost 2 frigates because this third rate and that first rate
First rate
came
had
around
an
the edge
onboard engine
and did a
ended up
fair bit of
close
damage. And going up against it was, shall we say, a novice move by somebody who hadn't played the games before.
Hang on. I have.
I said, did you want to talk tactics? And you said, why bother? Also, Andrew did some smart things. He moved a huge amount of his fleet around here. Now, I decided to go through the middle to get the wind dial on these guys,
Just if they get close, you're fine.
thinking I'll shoot before they do. But my shooting was not very effective. My manoeuvring was a bit average, to be honest, was Andrew's.
It's fine. I think it's funny.
You know, it's interesting. Andrew didn't do a huge amount of damage with a lot of his ships, but he avoided them getting hurt, which is really important. That's what made the difference.
Oh, what's that third rate?
Yeah, and all the damage
Another game.
Andrew did was his third rate, and that actually put one of my third rates almost out of commission, and then I fucked around and just sort of
And
threw it
if
away
your
at the
rudder
end.
had broken, you could have actually gone into that island and then done it.
Actually, I might have got around that. We didn't measure it in the end, but potentially I could have got around that. But either way, the way I went was fine. So I mean, I got to blast your ship.
You should.
But
There's no penalty to doing it.
the danger we had was we sent a small part of our fleet up against the first rate well before our third rate was our first rate was in any position to do damage. So I think learning the game had a lot to do with the outcome.
I think we should just leave the first rates out of it. They're just a waste of points.
They are nuts. Third rates is where the fun is, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love third rates. They're fucking brilliant.
I only took a first rate because you guys were.
Yeah.
Well, first rate. I mean, no. It's like we played. We played Epic, and it was all about Titans, but no one ever took any Titans. So I think a single first rate you have to have both a first rate on both sides is good. It's just funny. Just put it in.
Yeah, and look,
And if it's useless, it's useless.
people went out of their way to avoid the
As
fucking
long as we
things. A
get
big
some-
part of it.
We have a gentleman's agreement that they fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Instead of bashing up the nearest frigate.
Or they're within 20
Picking on
inches of
little
each other or
frigates and
something.
Fucking, yeah.
Well, we follow the rules. I mean, the rules are that you've got to shoot the closest ship,
Yeah,
and we put frigates up against the first rate and a third rate.
yeah, and you got
Because the 3 frigates went charging off on their own,
Hmm.
and I ended up moving my third rate to join back with my rest of my third
I thought
rates
that
to
was
try and group
faster
the
than
fire.
The
It didn't work.
battleship, but I proved to be wrong.
Well, you did move 15 inches in the end.
Yeah, that's right. Sean did do a 15-inch
You did do
move, a
first
full
time,
sail
I said
behind
15
him.
inch.
That was entertaining.
Sean
That-
wanted to go
and it-
30 inch apparently. But
Well, I was told it was a single move, 15 inches, and
Yes.
I thought you could.
No.
And you hadn't explained to me that you couldn't do a
3
second.
moves. 3 moves.
Now I know.
This is a tricky game to learn because it's unlike any other game.
Broadside, straight
And
in.
even when you know the rules,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so fiddly to try and figure shit out.
And I shot back because you're going so fast, and I couldn't even hit him.
so there's a
Yeah, that's true. This ship here avoided getting bumped off because
He needed. It was
his
my.
don't think
minus
I've
one
ever
to
seen-
Hicks has gone so
I don't think I've
quick.
seen anyone move 15 in the time I played this game. So
We've
it's good that
never
you did it because now it's actually a really valid.
Well,
That's
other
a valid
thing-
strategy, yeah.
The other
Well,
thing we
we-
can try, guys, is there's some really good scenarios.
Yeah, we should do the scenarios. They're
We
pretty cool.
do scenarios because there might be better to do scenarios than just this.
Straight up.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You know, Andrew and I did a scenario once, and the scenario beat us.
Oh yes, those damn pirates.
Yeah, the
in
Pirate
there.
Island.
Yeah,
That went horribly wrong.
that went so horribly wrong.
But they're in fortifications.
They were on an
That-
island that
yeah.
was heavily fortified, and then my first rate had a rudder hit, and I hit the island with my first rate, sunk my own first rate before it even got a chance to shoot. Yeah,
Yep, that
And
was
then-
hilarious.
And then the island just blew away Chris's army.
Yep.
They just
So,
just-
I mean-
There's a reason why they didn't go into fortifications often.
Yeah, the irony is, if I just sailed away from the island and just ignored it, I could have claimed.
Victory.
well, some sort of moral victory at least.
Yeah, because you know,
Coward of the month.
I had a ship which it was on fire. And I
This
thought,
coward of the year.
oh, I'll
Coward
chance
of
it.
the
I'll
year.
keep fighting, and my ship blew up.
We have Chris, Coward of the year.
Alright, so we'll try
Anyway.
a scenario. And what do you guys think of the new criticals that we have to...
Yeah, because we did a house rule where you got to roll a 4+ to
Make
get
it
a
a
critical.
5.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Make it a 5+, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I like the high damage. I think that's
Because I think on the one
That makes
hand,
it special. 5+.
on the one hand,
Doesn't happen
when
often.
you're throwing
Still
out
happens.
massive amounts of shot, because this is a
Yeah.
pretty big points game,
And
it saves you an awful lot of crap.
It's really like when you do get a critical, it's like
It's game changing, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Because a couple of because you copped a really bad one.
I did.
Actually, two rudder hits you copped.
Yeah,
And they had a big impact on.
that's
the
right.
game.
They pretty much
you should say if you
remove
take
the
two
firepower
rudder
of two
hits, you lose
ships.
your rudder.
And they were both third rates, like at a critical moment.
Which is another good reason not to take first rates, because when something happens to them, that's an awful lot of points that aren't doing their
That's
job.
almost 500 points.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I said no. Yeah, but if like I said, if you do take both take first rates, and then you worry about the
That's
rest.
why I think you should take a
Yeah.
first rate because it's actually risky. You could lose a first rate.
It's
Well,
a bit of fun, and
So-
and you also can learn how to use it properly.
Yeah.
Because if you don't ever use it, you never learn how to use it,
well, that's a good point.
and that would be the.
You know
only
what we need
reason.
to do?
You've got the models.
We need to play this game enough to learn how to fucking play it properly.
Well, when was the last time we played this?
Ages
Over a year ago.
wasn't it?
Holy shit!
Something like a year ago.
So if you don't play on a and you don't get the you start getting a feel for how to move third rates and first rates and stuff, and then you go, okay, you've got to do this or that.
Mm.
So if you-
I still think third rates are the
Yes,
Third rates of the
fine,
bee's knees.
because they've got 74 hull points, right?
Yeah, so much firepower.
And they got a lot of firepower.
And they
Like,
can
take
maneuver.
take the big mama. And if you both sides take one, and then you do the rest of the army however you want to do.
Well, I do need to finish painting Centisma Trinidad, and I will have to field that one day.
And that's another reason. If you got these great,
Because I
beautiful
probably spent
models and you
$70
never
bucks
use
on
them,
that thing, whatever it cost me.
If you've got beautiful models and you never use it, then you get it's
Yeah.
like.
And there's a good fear factor with it, and there's definitely intimidation.
Oh, they're terrifying.
But keep the 4, 5, 6 on critical because that could hurt the big mothership just as much.
I'd say 5 or 6. I think.
And
it's
there's
just
a lot
make
of
it
other rules that
really-
we're not using. Because once we start using hot shot rounds, for example, if you really get a critical, it's automatically fire.
Yeah.
So
Nah.
making that in a 4+ is a good idea.
4+ is fine, but I mean, I
Look, for a smaller battle,
My
I'd go 5, and for the bigger battle, I'd go 4, 5, 6 because I want to see lots of carnage in a big battle.
But
And you just keep
guys,
moving.
you want to try a scenario at some stage?
Yeah, we should do
this
some
must be a
scenarios.
scenario.
More of a story thing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you have scenarios in there, obviously.
oh, there's so many. And
I
there's so
have-
many good ones too.
I have,
Yeah.
Really
I
good
have
ones.
Iron
Well, on-
wooden ships and Iron Men.
Do
And
you
it
need
has
to pack up
scenarios
soon?
and
Because I've
that.
still got to
Yeah.
drive a bit further than
I'll
you.
bring
Yeah,
it in.
will do. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna call it for the night.
And then we can have a look at some
anyway,
scenarios and that. Then we'll
Thanks
like
for watching. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, all that guff.
one-on-one.
Comment, anything that helps the algorithm. But for now,
Yeah.
time to call it a night.